Life doesn't care if you have reasons for not doing things. You're here because you want better things, but just hoping won't make them happen. This is the honest truth. If you feel like you're at a big decision point on your way to being great, then this video is perfect for you. So, get ready to question everything you thought was true. It's time to make your dreams come true. Here are 25 important things to learn for anyone who wants to live a successful life. Number 1. The only way to guarantee success. Here's the straight truth. Success isn't something you luck into or get handed on a silver platter. It's more like growing a crop. You've got to put in the sweat, plan your moves, and never give up. So, let's talk tough. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you haven't put in an extraordinary amount of effort. Being reasonable means doing what everyone else does, working the same hours and hoping for the best. But success often comes to those who push beyond what's considered normal, burning the midnight oil, waking up early and making choices that others might see as crazy. To really make it, you've got to work so hard that success feels like the only possible outcome. It's about creating a situation where not succeeding would be impossible. When you put in that much effort, it's like the universe starts to line up in your favor, and success becomes not just a dream, but something you know is coming your way. Number 2, the thing that makes success hard is not the complexity, it's the consistency. Consider this. A so-so plan that you stick with for a long time will always beat a perfect plan that you give up on because it's too complicated. Why? Because even small steps forward add up over time. Your job is to make the process as easy as possible to stick to every day. So, next time you're tempted to search for some super complex strategy for success, remember this. The real secret is just doing the work day in and day out, even when it feels boring or pointless. Success isn't just about having a mind-blowing idea or talent. It's about putting in the work every single day, even when it feels tough. Number 3, no one's ever ready. That doesn't mean you don't start. Imagine waiting for a train at an airport. It just doesn't make sense, right? Well, waiting for the perfect moment to kickstart your dreams is a bit like that. The truth is, nobody ever feels completely ready for big changes in life, whether it's starting a business, writing a book, or making a personal transformation. If you wait until you feel totally prepared, you'll be waiting forever. Starting is what shows you're ready. That first step is what turns your dreams into action. It's what separates those who dream from those who actually achieve. Once you take that leap, you'll realize you're more prepared than you thought. You'll surprise yourself with your resilience, creativity, and determination. So, stop waiting for the perfect moment. The path to your goals is made by walking it, not by waiting around. Let go of the fear of not being ready and just take that first step. You'll see, you're more ready than you think. Number 4, use whatever emotional fuel you have. Think of all the feelings swirling around inside you, like anger, fear, or inspiration. Well, guess what? They're not just for venting in a journal or talking about in therapy. Nope, they're like powerful energy waiting to be used. Anger can be turned into determination to prove others wrong. Fear? That's just motivation to prepare so well that failing isn't an option. And when you're inspired by something amazing, use that as fuel to take your own first steps toward greatness. Life throws all sorts of emotions your way, but instead of letting them toss you around like a roller coaster, learn to ride them straight to your goals. It's like turning emotional chaos into a superpower for achieving what you want in life. Number 5, your environment sets your standards and expectations. Imagine you're a chameleon, but instead of changing colors, you're soaking up habits, attitudes, and ways of thinking from the world around you. Your surroundings aren't just where you live. They're shaping you, sometimes without you even realizing it. Hang out with people who are okay with just being average, and soon enough, you might feel okay with that too. But what if you surround yourself with people who are always aiming higher, dreaming big, and actually doing things? Suddenly, there's no limit to what you think you can achieve. It's not about being snobby. It's about being in sync. You want to be around people who push you to be better, who make you think, if they can do it, why can't I? And it's not just about people. It's also about the books you read and the stuff you watch. All of these things affect what you believe you can do with your life. So, take a good look around you and make sure you're in an environment that's full of ambition and opportunities to grow. Number 6, the reason you're not where you want to be. Think about how you feel right now. If you're pretty content with things, you might not feel like changing anything. But here's the thing. If you want to make big changes, you need to feel a bit uncomfortable with where you are. Being too comfortable can actually stop you from reaching your dreams. It's like being all snug in bed on a chilly morning. You don't want to get up even if there's something cool waiting for you outside. Now, this isn't about being mean to yourself or hating on your life. It's more about using that uncomfortable feeling as a push to make things better. You've got to realize that where you are now isn't enough, not because it's terrible, but because you know deep down you're capable of way more. It's like having a little voice inside you saying, hey, you can do better than this. So, take a good look at your life. If you're not feeling that spark to change things up, it's time to light it up. Figure out what you really want and let that ambition drive you forward. That's when the journey from where you are now to where you want to be becomes something you're excited to tackle. Number 7, the difference between optimism and delusion is reality. Think of optimism like having a good buddy who cheers you on, while delusion is like that friend who gives you bad advice and gets you into trouble. Delusion is like shouting that you can fly off a roof if you just believe enough. But guess what? Gravity doesn't care how much you believe. To tackle life's challenges, you need optimism that's rooted in reality. Being optimistic doesn't mean ignoring the truth. It means facing it head on with the confidence that you can handle it. It's like knowing the odds are against you, but deciding you're going to try anyway, instead of pretending the odds don't matter. Reality is the playing field. Optimism is your strategy. And delusion is thinking you can win without even playing the game. So, put on your shoes, arm yourself with a good attitude, and step into the real world. That's where champions are made, dreams are chased, and victories are earned. Definitely not up in the clouds of delusion. Number 8, never take advice from someone who isn't living the life you want. Imagine you're on a journey, trying to reach a special destination. Now, would you ask someone who has never been there for directions? It's like asking a little kid about complex science stuff. They might have an idea, but it's not really what you need. Instead, look for people who have already reached that destination or are well on their way. These are the trailblazers, the ones who have figured out the path and can guide you because they've been through the ups and downs. They know where the pitfalls are and can help you avoid them. So, when someone who hasn't been where you want to go gives you advice, it's okay to listen, but take it with caution. It's better to seek guidance from those who have walked the walk and can offer valuable insights. Number 9, life is hard. Believing it should be easy makes it harder. Think about doing something really important or meaningful. It's usually tough, right? Well, that's because valuable things often come with challenges. Imagine playing a video game where you reach the end without any obstacles. Sounds dull, doesn't it? The truth is, facing challenges, working hard, and even feeling some discomfort are what make life interesting. It's these tough moments that shape who we are. Don't expect life to be easy. It won't be. But the most fulfilling experiences often involve overcoming obstacles, like climbing a mountain. It's hard work, but the view from the top is incredible. The same goes for your goals and dreams. The harder they are to achieve, the more satisfying it feels when you succeed. So, instead of wishing for an easy life, wish for yourself to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Remember, the best stories come from facing challenges, not avoiding them. Number 10. Figure out what type of person you want to become, and then do what they would do. Imagine yourself as the absolute best version of you, not a superhero, but someone who's totally rocking it in every part of life that matters to you. Got that picture in your mind? Great. Now let's chat about how to actually become that person because, surprise, they don't just pop up magically like in movies. Want a super fit body? Well, you gotta eat and exercise like a fitness pro. It's all about adopting the habits, mindset, and work ethic of the person you want to become. You won't always feel motivated, but here's the kicker. That's what separates those who dream from those who actually make things happen. So, whenever you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, what would the ideal me do here? Then, go ahead and do just that. Number 11. Wanting things fast doesn't make them happen faster. Think about how sometimes we settle for smaller goals instead of aiming for big ones. In today's world, where we're used to getting things quickly, like fast food, same-day deliveries, and instant TV shows, it's easy to want the same instant results with our goals and dreams. But here's the deal. Going after quick wins often means we're not aiming high enough. It's like picking the easy stuff because it's right in front of us. The truth is, anything really worth achieving takes time, effort, and sticking with it. This isn't about killing your ambition, but about aiming for the big challenges instead of the easy ones. The biggest achievements in history weren't done quickly. They took a lot of time and hard work. So remember, greatness doesn't happen overnight. It's like running a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient and keep at it, and you'll get there. Number 12. Life is not about the pursuit of happiness. It's about the happiness of pursuit. Imagine chasing happiness like it's a place on a map, kind of like trying to catch your shadow. You'll keep running, but you'll never quite grab it. The real joy isn't in finally reaching happiness. It's in the journey itself, in going after something meaningful. Life's richness comes from the experiences you have, the obstacles you overcome, and the sense of purpose you feel as you chase your dreams. When you shift your perspective like this, you break free from always searching for happiness outside yourself. Instead, you find power in your actions and in the relentless pursuit of what makes you feel truly alive. Suddenly, life isn't just about trying to reach a far-off state of happiness. It's about seizing every opportunity for joy along the way. It's about living fully in each moment and embracing the adventure of the chase. Number 13. The veteran frame. When you're facing a tough situation, try imagining that you've been dealing with it every day for the past 10 years. Seeing it from the perspective of someone who's been there and overcome it many times before can make it much easier to handle. It's like treating it as just another normal day at work. By picturing yourself as a seasoned veteran who's already faced and conquered your current challenge countless times, you tap into a well of confidence and strength that can make even the toughest problems seem manageable. With this mindset, you won't just survive, you'll come out of it even stronger, armed with the wisdom of countless battles behind you, ready to take on whatever comes next. Number 14. Focus on being directionally correct rather than absolutely correct. In the journey towards success, many of us get stuck in the trap of perfectionism. But here's the truth. Perfection is just a fancy idea. Taking imperfect action is way better than waiting around for everything to be perfect. Trying to be perfect all the time can actually slow you down. What's more important is consistently taking steps that move you forward, even if they're not flawless. It's like setting your compass to the right direction and just starting the journey, knowing that the path might have some twists and turns along the way. Every step you take, even if it's not perfect, teaches you something valuable and helps you figure out your next move. They're like little stepping stones that lead you closer to success. So don't worry about being perfect. Just keep moving forward. Number 15. Intelligence equals to learning plus action. Intelligence isn't just about how much you know, it's about how well you learn from your experiences and change your actions accordingly. Real intelligence is flexible. It's about taking what you've learned from life and using it to adjust your approach. Think about it. There are plenty of stories about people who were considered super smart but never really achieved much because they couldn't change when things got tough. On the other hand, some folks who weren't seen as the brightest ended up becoming legends because they were really good at learning, adapting, and growing. So don't worry too much about being the smartest person in the room. What really matters is how quickly you can learn from what life throws at you and use those lessons to keep growing and changing. That's the true measure of intelligence. Number 16. Don't judge yourself by how you feel. Judge yourself by what you do despite how you feel. Let's clear something up. Feelings are a bit like the weather forecast. They can change a lot and sometimes without warning. But what really shows who you are isn't how you feel, but what you do despite those feelings. It's easy to let your feelings control you, but here's a secret. Sometimes taking action comes before feeling motivated. By doing something, even if it's small, you can change how you feel. Each step forward builds momentum and makes you more confident. So, next time you're feeling unsure, scared, or lazy, remember that those feelings won't last forever. They don't define who you are. What really matters is the choices you make and the things you do, even when you don't feel like it. That's where your real strength lies. Number 17. Everything in life is an input-output equation. Think of your life as a big, complex machine, like the most intricate system you've ever seen. And guess what? It follows a basic rule that engineers and math nerds love. What you put in equals what you get out. Want to change what's happening? Start by changing what you're putting in. This rule works for pretty much everything. Figuring out the right inputs involves knowing yourself well, doing some research, and sometimes trying things out to see what works. It's not just about the obvious stuff. It's also about the small things that can make a big difference. Once you consistently give your life the right stuff and adjust as needed, you'll start seeing the results you want. Remember, if you put junk in, you'll get junk out. But if you put quality stuff in, you'll get quality results. It's as simple as that. Number 18. Being exceptional means deviating from the norm. To achieve true greatness, you have to stand out, not blend in. Your path to excellence might feel lonely at times, filled with choices and sacrifices that most people aren't willing to make. Real excellence doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from having the courage to be different, to embrace your uniqueness, and to let your light shine without holding back. It means making choices that match your biggest dreams, even if they don't fit with what everyone else is doing. Sure, this journey can be lonely. Not many people are ready to face the solitude that often comes with true dedication. But the sacrifices you make along the way are worth it because the rewards are huge. So embrace the loneliness and the challenges as signs that you're on the right track. They're the price you pay for being extraordinary. Number 19. Actions speak louder than words. To succeed, you've got to be someone who takes action, not just talks about it. You know those people who make big plans but never actually do anything? Yeah, we've all met them. To stand out and find success in this busy world, you've got to be someone who walks the walk, not just talks the talk. Having a bias for action means you're quick to act, even when things aren't crystal clear and you're not sure how it'll turn out. It doesn't mean being reckless. It means once you've decided on a goal, you don't waste time hesitating. Spending too much time analyzing or planning can keep you stuck in one place. Success comes to those who take bold steps forward. So, be the person who doesn't just talk about it but actually goes out and makes things happen. Number 20. Learn to love what trying hard feels like. Let's talk about putting in effort. Some people see it as this boring, tough thing, but What if I told you it could actually be super exciting? It's all about changing how you see it, from something you have to do to something that helps you be your best and have a blast doing it. So instead of thinking, I have to do this, try asking yourself, how can I do this really well and have fun along the way? When you approach tasks with this mindset, it changes everything. Next time you face a challenge, go for it with excitement. Jump right in, give it your all, and remember to enjoy every moment of it. Because putting in effort isn't just about getting things done. It's about feeling awesome while you do it. Number 21. Embrace discomfort as a sign of growth. Consider this. When was the last time you experienced real growth while staying in your comfort zone? Probably never. That's because growth doesn't happen when things are easy and comfortable. It happens when you push yourself beyond your limits. So instead of avoiding discomfort, embrace it as a sign that you're on the right track. Feeling uncomfortable means you're challenging yourself and stepping outside of what's familiar. It's like lifting weights. The discomfort is a sign that your muscles are getting stronger. When you learn to welcome discomfort, you open yourself up to incredible opportunities for growth and development. So, next time you feel uncomfortable, instead of running away from it, lean into it and see where it takes you. That's where the magic happens. Number 22. Surround yourself with inspiration and positivity. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset and influencing your actions. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity and pessimism, it's going to be hard to stay motivated and focused on your goals. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with positivity, inspiration, and people who uplift you can have a transformative effect on your life. It's like filling your tank with high-octane fuel that propels you forward toward success. So take a close look at your surroundings. Are they supporting your goals and aspirations, or are they holding you back? Surround yourself with people, books, and experiences that inspire you and fill you with energy. When you're surrounded by positivity, achieving your dreams becomes not just a possibility, but a certainty. Number 23. Practice gratitude to unlock abundance. Gratitude is like a superpower that has the ability to transform your mindset and attract abundance into your life. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's lacking and instead appreciate the blessings you already have. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the good things in your life, no matter how small, and cultivating a mindset of abundance and appreciation. When you approach life with gratitude, you open yourself up to new opportunities, experiences, and connections. You become more resilient in the face of adversity and more open to receiving the abundance that the universe has to offer. So, make gratitude a daily practice. Take a few moments each day to reflect on what you're grateful for and watch as your life becomes filled with even more blessings and opportunities. Number 24. Whenever you get stuck, chunk things down. Ever felt like a big goal or task is just too much to handle? Here's a simple trick that works wonders. Break it down into smaller pieces and tackle them one by one. It's called chunking, and it's a super effective way to boost productivity. Chunking turns a huge, overwhelming task into smaller, manageable parts. Not only does it make it easier to get started, but it also gives you a bunch of little victories along the way to keep you motivated. So, next time you're feeling stuck because your goals seem too big, remember this. Everything can be broken down into smaller steps. Focus on what you need to do right now, get it done, and then move on to the next thing. Before you know it, you'll have conquered that mountain, not by taking one giant leap, but by taking small steps, one at a time. Number 25. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Courage isn't about ignoring fear. It's about facing it head on and choosing to keep going anyway. It's like saying, yeah, I'm scared, but what I want to achieve is more important than my fear. That's what true bravery is. Not being fearless, but deciding to act despite feeling scared. Think about all the heroes you've heard of. They all felt fear at some point. What made them special wasn't that they never doubted themselves, but that they kept going no matter what. Feeling fear is actually a sign that you're reaching for something big. When you feel scared, you've got a choice. You can stick with what's safe and familiar, or you can take a leap into the unknown with courage. So, when fear shows up, don't let it stop you. Take a deep breath, dive in, and see what you're truly capable of. These words might sound good, but they only mean something when you turn them into action. Remember, the world doesn't care what you know, it cares what you do. So stop waiting on the sidelines and jump into the game. It's your move. Go ahead and create your own path. Leave your mark and make every moment count. The choice is yours. Will you just watch another video, or will you make a change? Time's ticking. Make it happen.